I assume you've clicked on this video because you're either concerned about the coronavirus or want to know more about the coronavirus, hence the video title of Are You Worried About the Coronavirus? Today we're going to be discussing precautions that are being taken in the UK, clearing up some misconceptions and just basically discussing the coronavirus. Now, precautions, basically to avoid getting the virus, wash your hands, dispose of tissues that you've used to blow your nose on, make sure not to touch your eyes, nose or mouth if your hands are unclean. They've also suggested sing happy birthday twice. It can be in your mind or out loud, and that represents the amount of time you've got to wash your hands for. And I've been doing this in my head, and I've been putting hand gel on as well. But if you want some reassurance, there's only like 162 cases in the UK out of 66 million. Out of a possible 66 million, that's pretty low. And if it does get worse, then we are doing something about it. You know that you can avoid getting the virus, and we're doing all we can do. So a misconception is that schools are going to be closed for 2 months. I've done research on this. Apparently it's a big fat lie, and if it was closed for 2 months, we'd have to come back for the summer. It's just these internet people that exaggeration in the press, basically. Schools are not going to be closed down. Your job is not going to be affected unless someone gets the virus. And then your establishment will have to be deeply cleaned and bleached and all that. And that will only take about 2 weeks. 2 months is the exaggeration of the press. Symptoms include a dry cough and other symptoms that are associated with the flu. It's not a severe infection, but it does go downhill very, very quickly, apparently. It does get worse very quickly. And you need to call 111 for further guidance if you think either you or someone in your home is at risk from catching the coronavirus. Now, my worries about the coronavirus is that it's going to spread into every country in the world and it's going to become a pandemic just like the Black Plague. But it's very unlikely this is going to happen, because we've had other flu outbreaks. We've had the swine flu, we've had bird flu, we've had lots of different things, and nothing has proper wiped us out since the Black Plague. So, you know, we don't really need to worry, to be fair. But I understand that at the pit of your mind you're thinking, is this going to be the end of human creation? Is this virus going to wipe us out? No, I personally believe that it'll go over time. There's a person very near me with the coronavirus, but not in my family. But in my location, there's a person with the coronavirus near my location, and they are quarantined in hospital. If you call 111, they'll give you further guidance. And if you was to go to the A&E with the coronavirus and you tested positive, the staff would wear masks and there'd be a robot sterilising the air at all times, I've heard. So that's basically what happens if you go to A&E with the coronavirus, if you're displaying symptoms, because they've got to be very careful that you don't spread the virus over to patients or medical staff. So yeah, you'll be put into quarantine if you get the coronavirus. Someone's apparently in the hotel room in quarantine, and fair play to them, because they have thought, you know what, I'm displaying symptoms, I know it's probably the coronavirus, so I'm not going to go out there and spread it to the rest of the world. And the thing that really makes me think is the fact that the Chinese knew there was a virus and they still came over to England, not thinking of the fact that it's going to spread the virus to UK citizens. I remember hearing about this virus on the first morning and I didn't think it would come like this. I didn't think it would hit us this hard. But I heard that 2 people had died from a respiratory infection, or at least been targeted by it. And I never expected it to come to so many countries, like the US. It's come to Japan, and Wuhan, China is just insane. It's like thousands of people have died from this virus. And it makes me really infuriated that people are making memes, making fun of it. And it really makes me angry to think that people made fun of the Ebola outbreak. And they just got to think, would they like to have Ebola? Would they like people to be around them who have Ebola? Would they like to die in that situation? That was a bad outbreak, but it was in Africa mainly, and people died in Africa. But even one country is worse than 0 countries, obviously, because ideally, in our civilised world, we should be able to contain all viruses. A vaccination's being funded by the UK government now. Lots of cures are being looked into. My dad read the news feed to me, so don't think I'm just spewing out mush, because my dad actually searched this up for me and I have memorised the information in my brain box. So yeah, I'm not spewing out rubbish, I promise you. So yeah, we've basically gone over everything that I know about the coronavirus. And if you want to share in the comments down below your thoughts and your feelings and provide me with information about it, then I will do a part 2, and I'll do regular updates about how the outbreak is going. Please join my live streams once I go live, and if you can't, then that's fine. But last night I did a live stream, no one turned up, and I just gave up. I do these regular question and answer live streams, so please take the time to join. If you're thinking, why does my room at Dad's house look like a prison cell? My bed is behind the camera and my dad's weight is behind my butt, so it's quite cold right now because I'm, got my feet under my behind because that's the way I'm sitting right now, as you can probably see. And thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you were reassured in some way. And if you're not in the UK and you want me to do a video about your country, then please leave it down in the comment down below and I will do the appropriate research for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. Again, have a nice night, have a nice evening, have a nice morning, good night, good morning, whatever. So until next time, goodbye.